Yo, and welcome back to the hardware review, and this time we are with Edge, and it is the Edge Hybrid. Yes, it isn't heat not burn. It does look like it with that sort of filter on top. It isn't heat not burn. And I've got lots to tell you about this device. It's just got released yesterday. I should have actually put this video out yesterday, but it's my son's birthday today, but my brother came. The Mr. Soliomi came yesterday, and we had a little bit of a talk, and we didn't get around to it. So we're doing it today. So we have got the Edge. Yes, 830 mAh battery in there. Takes a 1.5mm pod. And it's got a 0.8 ohm coil in there. So I've done things a little bit different. I've done like a bit of a talky bit. So I'll tell you what, we'll go down low. It's the first time I've ever said that. We will go down low and have a little look round. And then we'll come back up and do the pros and the cons. So the Edge Hybrid. This is the packaging that it does come in. It does say that it's the Edge Hybrid. You've then got a picture of your mod. And that wonderful statement of this product contains nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. On the side, you've got the next gen of vape. You've got edgevaping.com. On that side, it just tells you that it is the Edge Hybrid. On the back, you've got what's actually included in the packaging itself. You've got all the warnings and that wonderful "don't vape in a bin" and that wonderful statement again. If we just open this up, I think I've got it the right way around. I think that's the way around. It's quite a nice little packaging that it does come in this nice little box. If we open that up, you'll see that is where your actual cartridges would have come. Obviously, I've used them to test it. And you get 3 flavours in that. You get a blackcurrant, you get a menthol mint, I think it's called, or very minty or something like that, and a tobacco. And then you get the device itself. There you go. So if we just take this off, you'll be able to see in here you get your USB charging cable. It is Type-C charging as well, so it's fast charging. You get your mouthpiece if you don't want to just use the filter. You've got your Edge, and you've also got your backplate. So here where you've actually got your cartridges, if we open that up, you have got your, there we go, open that up. You've got your user guide. You've also got try the intense range. Register today. You get a free complimentary refill pack if you actually register on their site. I'm sure that the actual pods come in 12mg and 18mg. You've also got full range available now. So yeah, it's very menthol. That's what it's called. Your blackcurrant and also your tobacco. Like I said, you get all your pods that are there. And then you also get your filter tips. Now I'm going to show you around these filter tips. Now it's the mint crush ball that these are. Now I don't know if you remember where it came out like a bit of a craze on cigarettes, where you had like a little ball and you could turn it into menthol. You just clicked it like that and then it turned into menthol. These actual filters are just like what you'd have on a cigarette. Exactly the same. There you go. We'll talk about them a little bit later on. Now the device itself, as you can see there, we've got your Edge device and you've got your backplate. Let's take this out. On the front, you can see it says at the bottom that it is Edge. You've got your battery indicator there, and you've also got like a grip. And that helps as well because the actual back pushes off. I'll show you that in a second. So you've got your battery indicator. When that goes down to 1, you are ready to charge. It is that simple. Now, if you have a little look on the back, you'll be able to see that it does say Hybrid. You've got your batch number. And this is where your cartridge fits. I'll just get the cartridge so you can see this. Now, this one is empty. I'll explain this all in like the pros and cons. This is your cartridge, and that is a 1.5mm cartridge. That's how much e-liquid you get, 1.5mm. That is the 18mg. It does tell you on the front, and it's a 0.8 ohm coil in there. When you do get it, you'll have like a little bung on the back, so make sure you do pull that out. That's your little contacts. And you'll also have a bung on the top. Make sure you take that out as well. Now, if you have a little look, there's like ears. And we're going to call them Prince Charles ears on either side. Now, when you're putting that in, make sure that them ears are facing you. If you put it round that way, the cartridge won't go in. You'll be forcing it in. So make sure that you're having it that way so the ears are facing you. And the way it fits, you just slip it in like that and just push it in and it fits. If you do it the other way around, it will not fit. So just make sure you've got them ears facing you. And then you've got your back plate. We'll just put that down. Now, strangely enough, this is actually made by Vaptio. As you can see on the bottom, this is your back plate. So Vaptio have made this for Edge. So your back plate just slips on like so. And then when you want to get it off, you just push it down like that. It took me a while to work that out when I first got it. So yeah, it's got like a little magnet and you just push it down. No problem with jankiness with it at all. It does feel quite a well-made device. So, right, what happens then is you've got a choice. Now you get your actual filter. You fit that in with the crush ball so the edge is facing you so you can see. So you put your filter in. Now, you can either use it like that. If you're wanting like the sensation of a cigarette, somebody's just getting off the stinkers, you can use it just with that filter like that. Or it does come with its own mouthpiece. So you can just slip the mouthpiece on like that and have it that way. If not, you can use it with just the edge. I'll just have a bit of a vape so I can show you there you go, you can actually see the battery lights glowing up. There we go. And that's basically the edge itself. So that was the edge, and it does look a little bit like one of those, like a conductor. Or somebody else said it does look like a thermometer or something like that. It is quite a nice design. It does fit in your hand, and it wouldn't be the same without me saying it is quite ergonomical. It does fit in your hand. Now, I've got a lot of things to say about this. Please do stick around towards the end of it as well. I've got a lot to say about it. Now, the first thing, we're going to go to the pros, because there's a number of cons to this. Now, I like the design of it. I can quite see somebody coming off the stinkies and thinking, yeah, it's not too complicated. Type-C charging, so it's fast charging. Roughly takes about an hour, maybe a little bit less for a full charge. I do like the fact that you've got these filters. These filters are going to give people who are coming off the stinkies that sort of feel that they've got a cigarette in the mouth. If they don't quite like that, you have got a mouthpiece to put on there as well. But yeah, what about the flavour? What about the clouds? Not bad clouds at all. It is a mouth to lung. This is the tobacco. I've had no problem with that. That's quite a nice tobacco. I've had the blackcurrant. That was quite nice as well. And also the menthol. We all know I quite like my menthols. Now, you've got these little pods. So not little pods. You've got these little filters at the top. And it is, like I said to you, like them crush ones. You just push that and you get a menthol hit. So if you want it a bit more mentholy on the menthol one, you can do. If you want a menthol tobacco or a menthol blackcurrant, you can do. You just clip it and it does work. Decent flavour, decent clouds. It's not the worst flavour I've ever had, and it is like a proper mouth to lung. It's not like really massively tight, but it is like you're having a ciggy. I can see people in like your working men's clubs and stuff like that, or like the older generation, somebody liking this, you know, because of that actual feel of it's like a cigarette. Right then, let's get on to the cons. Now, the first con, now you get the packages, your refills. There we go. And like I said, it's a 0.8 ohm, you get 1.5 mil of e-liquid. Remember the 1.5 mil of e-liquid. So in your refill packets, you get 3 of the actual filters, and you get 1 pod. They are £3.50 for 1.5 mil of e-liquid. Remember that. So, when I first got the packet, I got it out, and I went to find the pod for it. Oh, it's actually in there. When I actually, divvy me. When I first tried it, it was probably about an hour before I went to bed. I thought, I'll take this to bed and I'll use it. So what I did was, maybe vaped it for about an hour, went upstairs, vaped it for maybe another hour, then went to sleep. Woke up in the morning, went to vape it again, had a couple of vapes, and it burnt. It burnt. So on the actual pod itself, it's a 1.5 mil. I looked at the pod and it was empty. It was actually empty. And I thought, well, I can't have used it that much. I've used it roughly about 3 hours. So I got the next one out and I tested it, and it lasted me, say, 3.5 hours at the most. 3.5 hours. I thought there's got to be something wrong. Tried the next one, it was the same. So I actually messaged the company. Now, when they first got in touch with us, they said to us that they was going to send us out a number of these so that you could properly test the device. It didn't come with a number of them. It just came with 3. I know that is a number. So I did get in touch and said to them, can you send me some more out? Because I'm thinking, is it the pods? Is something just not quite right? So they actually just sent me one of these out. So I thought, when I first read it and it said 3 times, I first looked, I thought, oh, there must be 3 pods in it. There's only 1 in it. So that's why there's only that much left in there, just enough to get this review done. So let's work this out. I'll just put this pod back in. There's only a little bit left just to do this review. Put that back in. Remember to make sure you've got the Prince Charles ears on there. The device itself is £25. I don't think that's too bad for the kit that you're getting. You're getting the 3 pods in there and all your filters. You're getting your charging cable and the device itself. Well, the bit that does me, you work this out. Somebody's just come off of the stinkers, and it is literally lasting you. Have I not put that in properly? I said to you, remember to put the ears in it, and I've done it the wrong way around. If you think about it, if you're coming off the stinkers and you've just been, say, packing of cigarettes, £10 odd, and this is only lasting you, the pod itself is only lasting for 3.5 hours. You're going to need 3 pods. That's going to be £3.50 at a time. £3.50 at a time. So it's going to be £10.50 for a packet of cigarettes, or for you to get through a day, £3.50 each. Now, the actual device itself's battery will only take 2 pods. So 2 pods on it, the battery's gone. There's a little bit of battery left. So you're going to have to recharge it. Like I said, it is fast charging. I couldn't believe it. Now, my brother were here. I said to him, we started it at 11, and then 3.5 hours later, gone. That's no good. Now, it is a 0.8 ohm coil. And now I'm surmising that it's that low so that you can actually get it through the filter itself. It should be somewhere to make sure that the e-liquid isn't going that fast. It should be going at least 1.2 ohms. It's not. It's 0.8. To me, it doesn't work. Now, the flavour on it is decent. The clouds aren't bad. And I can see this working for somebody. But it's just not worth it. £3.50 for 1.5 mil of e-liquid. You think about it, you can get a 10 mil bottle for about £4 or £5 of Nic salts. Comes in 12 and 18. All in all, the look of the device, the feel of the device isn't that bad. And like I said, the flavour's not bad from it, the draw's not bad from it, but it's just not worth it. You're going to be using 3 pods a day. And when I used it, I wasn't chain vaping either. It was just, we are actually editing. My brother was sat there, we're actually editing. Or I've been to bed. Now, you just know, like the occasional drag on it. 3.5 hours. Not good enough. Not a bad device the way it looks. So for me, it's not for somebody. It's worth for somebody coming off the stinkers, but I wouldn't buy it. It's just not worth it. It is made by Vaptio. It costs you too much. It's going to cost you £10.50 a day. That's all I'm going to say about it. This is another review by Little Bro. Please, if you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the subscribe buttons in the corner. Give it a little press to get me to that new magic number. Also, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to join the Beer Fund, it's on YouTube. Press that join button. You get your name in lights, you get your name down here, and you get extra videos and reviews before they come out normally. Join the Beer Fund. Big love to everybody, and one last thing to say. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.